you so much, everyone, for your time. And I will not take a lot of your time. I will just go through some of the details about UWE psychology with you. And if at any time you would like to ask any questions, please feel free to stop me and ask the question as well, or ask the question later. So we are going to just briefly talk about what studying psychology at UWE Bristol looks like. And throughout the years, there would be more and more new things that would be added. So I'm excited to introduce all those new modules or all those new research facilities to you as well. So my name is Trang, and I am the senior lecturer as well as the psychology international lead for psychology in Bristol. So just to give you a quick overview of UWE Bristol as a university, we ranked 24th in the UK Guardian League tables and in the top 500 in the world by Times Higher Education. This combined with our high student satisfaction scores demonstrates that the university's commitment is towards high quality teaching and towards the student experience. There are over 36,000 students enrolled with us from all over 160 countries. The UK has also voted Bristol to be the best city to live outside of London for people under 26 years of age. And I will also explain to you as well about the course, but let's also have a look at Bristol. So Bristol is not too far from quite a lot of big cities in the UK. It's in the southwest. And it doesn't take that long if you take the train or if you drive towards other cities like Cardiff, Cheltenham, Bath, Spa, Birmingham, etc., and also London. And Bristol itself has a lot of history and it has a lot of sighting as well. And we are ideally located very close to everything. We have an international airport, which provides a lot of routes to most major European countries. And Bristol was voted again the best place to live in Britain in 2017. And it is the ideal place to live and to study, with a very rich history, vibrant culture, and also nearby countryside. And the coast is not too far from it. So as a psychology student, throughout your studies, we will be focusing a lot on the experience of applying core psychological theories to real-world cases. You will also be practicing using a range of personality measures, anxiety scales, risk assessments, and many more tests that are commonly administered either in the clinical setting or in an educational or business settings as well. So you will have 3 or 4 years to apply all of these knowledge. Further to that, in the final year, you will also be specializing in a subject-specific modules in your final year. And you will also be doing a dissertation on that. And this will provide you an opportunity to learn how to conduct actual applied research. So as you can see here, our students are using a driving simulator and the bottom left, and another student is learning how to use an eye tracker. So we have a lot of equipment available in the technicians labs. So we will support every student and also researchers in their learning of new research as well. So looking at the course, I will be talking about the what it's like, the experience to study here at UWE Bristol. And I will also go through some of the exciting things about our programs. And I will also go through some of the topics that people will learn throughout the studies, and also just to think about how theories can also be used in practice, given what UWE psychology is also doing in terms of supporting the communities, the different organizations in the UK and internationally as well. So there are a lot of exciting things about our programs. We have an excellent research culture with a chance to work with world-leading experts. We have very close links with different businesses that I will list as well in the next few slides. We are also part of the University Alliance. We have a lot of career support and have a lot of links to postgraduate education, which could then take you to a higher qualification as well. in the first year, there is no psychology exam, and it's important for us because we would like for students to understand that the first year is for everybody to learn and to adapt and to come up with new understanding of how to do and how to learn psychology. So there's no exams in the first year. There will be coursework and there will be assignments, but we would like to dedicate the first year for students to learn how to learn first, and then you can move on later on to sort of new knowledge as well. And we have a great social community, and there are a lot of field trips and museum visits to school as well. So every year there will be something new. This year we've brought students to a theatre to watch a play, and we discussed that as well. And another year we brought students to a museum of psychiatry to understand the history of psychiatry and psychology. So all of that is part of our active and dynamic learning experience. So one important thing to remember as well about the strength of our program is that our program is accredited by the British Psychological Society. And this is extremely important if you want to go on to become a practitioner or a chartered psychologist within the UK. So this will provide you the accreditations to be able to apply for chartered membership and also to become a practitioner as well. So a degree in psychology, even though it can take you to become a psychologist, it can also take you to a wide range of different careers as well. So you can work as assistant psychologist, research assistant, a whole range of youth worker, applied behavioral analysis tutor, mental health support worker, as well as people who work in PR manager, data analyst, disability support worker, and also police officers as well. And we also could branch out to areas such as event organizer, recruitment consultancy, account executive, retail manager, IT support, investment banker, property manager, etc. So a degree in psychology does not restrict you to a career in psychology. It provides you with a lot of different key skills and also transferable skills for you to sort of follow the career path that you would like after graduation. So we have two main programs that we offer at UWE Psychology. The first one is a single honor psychology, and the second one is a major minor psychology with criminology. So you will be doing psychology as your major, and you will take criminology as your minor as well. And the tariff, or the UCAS tariff for both of them, is 128. So psychology at UWE has been ranked the 14th out of 116 universities in the UK for our psychology courses. And this was the Guardian University Guide in 2023. And we also are in the top 10 in the UK for student satisfaction based on the National Students Survey. So the way that the programs work is that you can take either 3 years or 4 years. The first year, year one, you will be looking at modules such as Introduction to Psychology, learning about research design and analysis, and also you will be taking Psychology in Action, critical thinking, and interpersonal psychology if you are doing the single honor psychology. If you are doing a major in psychology with a minor in criminology, you'll be looking at the Introduction to Psychology and research design, which is the same as the single honors, but instead of doing Psychology in Action, you will be looking at Introduction to Criminological Theory, and the other two modules would be Understanding Crime and also Introduction to Criminal Justice. And that would take you to year two, where if you are a single honor psychology student, you will be looking at mind, brain, and development, identities in psychology, research design analysis, as well as developing self and society. And if you are doing a minor in criminology, you will also have the opportunities to take any criminology option that is available to you as well, instead of the developing self and society module. And after the second year, there is an option for you to take a sandwich year. So you could choose to take the sandwich year and do a module for the third year during that year. And what you do is you could go and volunteer, you could go and find a placement, which the university could support you in that as well. And that would work as providing you with work experience, and also for you to see if, you know, the career path that you are planning would be perfect for you. And then you will come back into the final year, and within the final year, you have 16 different modules to choose from. And that ranges from forensic psychology to neuroscience to developmental sciences, and also to animal cognition as well, for those of you who are interested in going to psychological research of animals, or those of you who are interested in psychopharmacology, so working with drugs and medicine, can also go for that option as well. So there are a lot to choose from in your final year alongside doing your dissertation. So I mentioned the sandwich year before. These are some of the placements that our students have managed to acquire with the university's help during the sandwich year. So some of us became research assistant at the University of Bath. Some of us became HR intern. Some worked in the hospital. Some became healthcare administrator, and some worked for the government. Some worked for charity, and others also worked for the prison as well, for those of us who are interested in working in a criminology career in the future. So there are a lot of different placements that we could try and provide in your sandwich year, between the second and the third year as well. So there is another option if this is what you would like. So for example, if you are interested in psychology, but you might not necessarily have the right background for it, you can do a foundation year, which the tariff for it is 48. And within the foundation year, we would teach you about people and social science, also talking about philosophy of research from Plato to NATO. We will also be exploring the social world and the problems of crime. And also we will look at a wide range of key and essential skills for academic practice. So this will then provide you with enough foundation for you to move on to one of the two programs that I have previously described. So there are a lot of other things that is going on at UWE alongside studying. So UWE has a massive focus on career support for our students, because we believe that a lot of students are interested in gaining work experiences and also working towards their future career. So we have dedicated career support from the university on a weekly basis, drop-in sessions. You also are provided with an academic personal tutor. So each student will have an academic personal tutor who will help you to gain experience and to learn more about the different aspects and careers in psychology. You will also be receiving a lot of writing skill support from professional writers. And a lot of my students have been contacting these writing fellows, sending their essays to the writing fellows and receiving feedback and learning from that process as well. We have a lot of links with external organizations and businesses in the case that you would like to potentially work with them in the future, speak to them beforehand, or do a placement or intern with them. And throughout the year, not only in Bristol, but also specifically with the university, there are a lot of events throughout the year that will provide you the opportunity to widen your network, to make friends, and to enjoy your student life at university as well. So here is a quote from a student from the National Student Survey. So somebody said, as a mature student with 3 children and a job studying full-time, it was always going to be demanding, but their academic personal tutor has provided them with continued support and to help them build their confidence every step of the way. Their APT shows real interest in the students, encouraging them to take each opportunity they can whilst not stretching themselves too thinly. Their APT provides guidance whilst not making it so easy that you do not learn anything. And the APT helps you think realistically about future opportunities whilst making anything seem manageable with the right work ethic. And the APT is always welcoming, smiling, always ready to find the time for you. And, there's a lot of guidance, honesty, and professionalism coming from our academic personal tutors as well. So if you come to UWE Bristol for psychology, you're in good hands in terms of being supported. So outside of UWE Psychology, the university also has different sectors to help students with supporting their business ideas. So the university's launched the Ventures office, where students can come in to talk to a team of professionals about their business ideas. And they could help the student to kickstart and take their business off the ground. We have some students in their final year now who have already been running their companies for 2 years. So there's a lot of opportunities if you are interested in opening your own business or exploring the prospect of opening your business in your own country. You could go to the Ventures office and have a conversation with them one-on-one, and they will provide you with a lot of experience and recommendations as well. So another possibility as well for you is to volunteer or to gain more work experience throughout. And another student mentioned that because they took a placement year, they were now in a position to be much stronger to complete their dissertation. And they are also a competitive candidate for more graduate jobs. And our student would recommend taking a placement year to get more work experience to every undergraduate if it is something that you would like and you can afford. Another thing that I mentioned previously is that as a psychology department, we work with local businesses and local charities, as well as law enforcement, on different campaigns to support our community. So here, for example, we work with the Safer Streets campaign against violence against women and girls. And students here have the opportunity to collect research data and to support this campaign within the different parts geographically in Somerset, UK, working with the police and also different charities and council, city council as well, to support this greater cause. And psychology research has a lot of links with the community. So here, for example, you can see we support Alzheimer's Society. We also work with other universities. We work with the Avon Wildlife Trust. We also work with Airbus and Toyota, and also University of Bath, Cardiff, the Ministry of Defence, etc. So if you are interested in different pathways of career, there's a lot of links with the community where we could try and support you with our connections. We also provide student success coaching. So if you are not sure yet what path you would like to take in the future, you could book a student success coaching appointment, or you could just simply drop into their office hours and they will help you to explore your goals, to identify what are your strengths, and to make sure that you manage your time and your priorities to create more positive habits and navigate the tremendous amount of resources that you will need, and to develop a plan for your success in the future. So you don't have to come to university with a clear pathway to what career you want. There is always someone or some department out there that will be able to support you wherever stage you are at the moment. And excitingly, we have a new lab. We have 2 new forensic psychologists whose research is on deception. So they work with the police and prison to understand and detect deception during interrogation. And so they are running a lot of new experiments where students can either volunteer as a research assistant or volunteer as a participant to understand a bit more about how we can best understand and detect deception when people are lying. So that is a very new, exciting lab that is coming to you with Bristol. We also run regular film nights. So this past year, we have looked at the movie A Beautiful Mind. Every few semesters, we will also running different movies as well for students. And we would like to encourage students to be more sort of engaged with the social aspect of uni, and also to look at the media and to look at arts and crafts and understand as well where some psychological aspects of them might come from. Our staff also have written a lot of books. For example, you have Dr. Lucy Blake, who recently just published a book called No Family is Perfect. She's our developmental psychologist. And we also have a clinical psychologist, Dr. Miles Thompson, who just co-published a book called No More Baby Sharks to help understand how Bristol children view climate change. We also have Dr. Jane Mayrick, who wrote about Me Too for women and men, the power through sexual harassment. And we have also the world famous Dr. Victoria Clark, who is a dominant theorist in the work of thematic analysis as well. So if you are interested in some of our work, please feel free to go and check out these books as well. I've included some information on the tuition fees here, but obviously there are more information if you talk to the office in your country. This is the tuition fee for this year. So there's some breakdown in terms of the living cost if you're interested in looking into it further. So our university website will provide all of the information. And at the same time, you can also speak to the office in your regional country as well. And if you do go to university, UWE, at UWE, it is a requirement that you are doing it in the UK, that you will be living on campus or off campus, but you will be commuting into lectures and seminars. So if you are living with us in the student village, in your room, there will be sort of opportunities to have a standard ensuite, a single bed, wardrobe, etc. Or you can also have the option for a superior ensuite. So you will have a larger desk space and bigger ensuite as well, if that is what you are looking for. You also share the communal areas with other students, and this will have a well-equipped kitchen and also a living area where you will be hopefully making friends or widening your network as well with other students. And I have included the entry requirements here, but as I said, the entry requirements could vary depending on the curriculum that you are studying. So make sure that you check on our website for the actual requirement for the specific program that you're going for. And in order to apply, you can either register and apply through the Universities and Colleges Admission Service, UCAS, or you can apply through one of the agents or representatives in your country as well. As I said, some courses might require an interview or portfolio submission. So the agents and representatives will be helping you with that. And please make sure to include copies of your academic qualifications to date, English language qualification, reference and personal statements wherever required. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to contact me via this email address. And please do follow us on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram as well, and catch up with our activities throughout the year as well. Thank you so much.